Ice cream bean. This here is the local species. We also have a species from the coast and from the mountains. But this local species here is already getting quite a bit of fruit production even after 2 years of planting. We have some that, I mean, this one's already over 2 meters tall, but we have some that are over 3 meters and almost 4 meters tall in certain cases. And it's just nice that this is the quickest fruit that we've had. None of the other trees that we planted are producing any fruit. This is the first one to produce. So 2 years to produce fruit on a tree, that's about the fastest you can get. This is the other species of ice cream bean. Locally they call it pakai. This one has a bigger fruit. It's actually thicker. It's not as long as the other fruit. So you got this one, which is pakai. And then the one we just saw is guava. And then this one right here is also guava. But it's from a different part of the country. It's from a different climate. But either way, they grow pretty well. And then there's another example of a pakai right there. These are all different species of ice cream beans. This is the Shizolobium species native to the Amazon. Probably one of the fastest species of trees in the world. You can see that this one here, well over 6 meters already. Uvea. The fruit is very similar to a grape. It's a local species from the area. Also one of the fastest growing trees that we have. Pihuayo, also known as peach palm, which is the species of palm tree that you get palm hearts from. We've lost a lot of them because the rats like to eat the palm heart. But once they get past a certain size, it looks like they're pretty much good to go. This is probably the biggest one we have on the property right here. Normally they have a lot of spines, but this one actually turned out spineless. So it's got an edible fruit and also can be used for palm heart. Jackfruit, one of the biggest fruits from the tropics. Classic. This is an avocado tree. We planted over 1,000 of them out here. Some of them grafted, some of them seedlings. The one here looks like it's a seedling. It's probably the biggest avocado we have on the property, so we're gonna see how the fruit quality is on a lot of these trees and hopefully make some of our own selections in the future to come up with new varieties for this area. And this one right here has been attacked a number of times by leafcutter ants. I think the most recent time was about 2 months ago, and you can see it's starting to leaf out and regrow. Here we have the cansaboca. In the US, I think people call it the peanut butter fruit. And I just noticed it's flowering right now. And some of those flowers have already been pollinated. And we've actually got a fruit. So besides the ice cream beans, this looks like it's the first of the fruit trees to produce. So that's pretty exciting. This is a Mahambo. It's the sister plant to cacao. And the fruits on this tree get about like a giant football. They can be about this big. And it has an edible pulp, which is kind of a tart, sweet flavor. And then the seeds are the best part. You can roast the seeds, which they do here over an open flame. And it tastes kind of like a pumpkin seed, but they're really thick, so it's actually a substantial amount of food. This is one of the fruits that I'm most excited about growing out here. And I just noticed this is one of the biggest ones we have. It's actually flowering right now. If you look at the top of the tree, you can see there's a little bit of yellow flowers. But you have to be careful too around these trees, because with the big leaves that they have, it's a good place where wasps like to build their nest. And I was just macheting around the base of the tree, the grass, and I didn't even notice. But there's a big wasp nest right there, and I'm lucky I didn't get stung. So yeah, this is the Mahambo tree. It's gonna be one of the hopefully best producing assets out here on our farm. Taprediba, another tropical fruit tree, not native to this part of the world. However, it's widely consumed here and very popular as an ice cream flavor because it's sweet and sour at the same time. Very interesting fruit. Cherimoya. Besides the ice cream bean trees we have, this right here is the biggest specimen fruit tree we have on the entire property. Some people have told us that perhaps it's not a Cherimoya. It was actually sold to us as a Nona Cherimola, but a lot of the Anonas look very similar. This one here actually started flowering recently, so pretty soon we'll hopefully have some fruit, and with that, another clue as to which species exactly this one is.